Diaspora Connect UG.
Omubaka Kayima yange yabanjudde n'akutegeeza nti abasinga obungi wano beddira nkima n'abakulaga. Wano ndabye presentation zibadde na mu maaso ne batutegeeza nti waliwo n'ab'omutima nabo bwe bali ne tubalaba. Olwekyo mukama wange sijja kwanjula bantu bangi okujjako nja kwanjula omuntu omu. Ye mubaka w'ebusujju mu Parliament Honorable David Buchamu Sikalwanga. Naye mukama wange tulina yona. Njagala okusookera ddala okwebaza Teesi abakulembeddwamu omubaka n'olukiiko lwa n'olukiiko lwa Budeka n'olukiiko oluteesiteesi lwonna olw'omulimu amakula gwe mukoze ne mussaako n'ekitundu kino eky'abaana nga kyanjawulo. Nsaba Teesi bakubireko mu ngalo. Era njagala okwebaza mwenna abatindize ne mujja. Ne bw'oba okudde wano Siyato, kozi mugamba Siyaro, amanyi ennaku ze mumazeewo nange ebigambo ntandise okubiyiga. Nowe Siyaro yansobodde okusigala eka n'atatuuka wano. Naye abazze mwenna mwebale nnyo. Okujja kwammwe wano kulaga omwoyo gwa Buganda ogutafa. Nammwe tubakubireko mu ngalo bannange. Naye Katikkiro, ebigambo byange bigenda kuba bitono. Okusooka bwe tulaba olukungaana bwe luti abaana bano nga boolesa mu ssanyu, nsaba buli azze wano bw'onoobozeeyo yongere okwefumiitiriza ku bulungi n'obukulu bw'obuwangwa bwaffe. Bwe butujja e Canada, ne butujja e Boston, ne butujja New York, nga ffenna tuwangwa Baganda. Ekisaawe nga omubaka akulindiridde ne ttiimu ye bonna n'abazungu kabuze kata n'emirimu giyimirye ku kisaawe nga batunuulira abantu abanekaanekane mu nnyambala eŋŋanda. N'olwekyo tuddeyo twongere okunyweza obuwangwa bwaffe. Kyenja okusembyayo bassebo ne bannyabo tuyinza okugamba kino kikyali kituuza. Olwekyo tuzze mu lukungaana ng'akamu ku toffaali tetuteeka ku Buganda. Mbasaba buli mwaka buli mwezi buli omu yeebuuza enjogera ya Abraham Lincoln yagamba nti atonnabuuza ggwanga lyo terikoledde, weebuuze nze ndikoledde ki? Abali wano mu Amerika mukitegeera nnyo kubanga enjogera yava wano. Buli mwaka beerako n'ekikutakula kinze kikyenkoledde eggwanga lyange Buganda. Bw'onoomala okubaako nekyokolera eggwanga lyo Buganda, olwojja kubuuza eggwanga lyo kirikukoledde. Njagala okwebaza ennyo okumpuliriza. Ssaabasajja Kabaka awangaale. Kamanyi Katikkiro we n'addeesi najja Kazindaalo omubaka yankubye akaama n'aŋŋamba nti onnaamala okukkiriza nneme kutenguwa jjajjange nkuyite ojje wano obuuze ku bantu ba Kabaka ate otuggulirewo enteekateeka eno. Nnyo mwebale ddala.
Mwebale nnyo, mwebalire ddala mube. Baŋŋambye nti abaana ba wano Oluganda baluwuliramu katono. Era ne baŋŋamba nkole sipiiki ya Lungereza. Ate mmwe mwenna abansoose mwogedde Luganda. Ate nze nkwatidde Oluganda bendera. Naye amagezi ago agoogera mu Lungereza gampeereddwa minisita abatwala era ngenda kumugondera yogere mu Lungereza nti kubanga abavubuka ebintu ebimu biyinza omubayitako. Ab'ebitiibwa mwenna abali wano mbalamusizza nnyo. It's very nice to see young people this evening. And I hope you are focused on what you're doing. Some of you are in school, some are working, and it's important to know that you succeed You only succeed when you pay attention to matters before you. Last time I addressed the Buganda Bumu Convention, the Youth Assembly, was in 2019 in Washington, D.C. And I told them that one of the most important assignments for them was to acquire knowledge. To acquire knowledge about the kingdom, to acquire knowledge about our country, Uganda, and to acquire knowledge about our continent, Africa. That's what I told the young people who assembled in Washington, D.C. 4 years ago. We didn't come in 2021, of course, because of COVID-19. And I would like to, should I say congratulate you upon surviving the pandemic? I think your country was more hit than us. And it's difficult to explain why. But the scientists will one time tell us. The youth, the young people, some of you are here, others are not here, but they'll get the message, have the duty to change the narrative about Africa. The narrative about Africa must be changed. And I believe that can only be done by young people. Well, basically because they've got the time. And of course, they are more exposed than us. I would like the youth in this country to understand that there is more to Africa than lions, or leopards, or elephants, or gorillas. I watch TV and they talk about Africa, they'll splash a fierce lion across the screen. Or someone in some garb, you know, some clothes which we no longer wear. I know that Americans didn't dress the way they dressed today 300 years ago. 600 years ago, they dressed differently. They dressed in skins as well. I don't know why they don't depict them in that garb. There is more to Africa than starvation and diseased children. I came by Qatar Airways, and they're trying to promote a foundation, I think supported by Qatar Airways, about education. And the first video is about miserable looking Africans. There is more to Africa than lack of electricity and piped water. You know, when they talk about amenities that are lacking in the world, they will cite Africa. I want young people to understand this. I'm not telling you to be at home, but I'm asking you to look for positives. When you're a young person and you never realize the positives, you're likely to lead a miserable adult life. If you want to talk about poverty, homelessness, starvation in the US, well, we can talk till they break. Many people starve in this country, don't they? Many people are homeless, even in Seattle. The narrative about Africa being deprived and helpless is a psychological warfare which is intended to create apathy and helplessness, supposed to make us feel inferior, not capable of bringing about change. It's stereotype. It's dangerous for the continent. It's dangerous for you if that's what you think Africa is all about. The youth have a duty to portray the positives about our continent, about our country, about our kingdom. For starters, Africa isn't one large country, you know. It's made up of more than 50 countries with lots of intriguing diversities. We are going to Africa. One time I was in South Africa and I was in a supermarket. And they say, "You're coming from Africa?" And the man was saying that was black, a native South African. Can you believe that? Then I asked him about Uganda, and I'd never heard of the country called Uganda. But he's very fervent about Mandela. How can someone be that ignorant? He thought that Uganda was in West Africa. But Johannesburg is only 4 hours away from Uganda by air. The narrative has to change. Why don't we say I'm going to Europe when I'm going to France or Italy or wherever? When will the world learn about Africa and her people and their ways? It's the job of the young people to change the narrative. Look at Uganda, for instance. I'm here because I'm the Prime Minister of the Kingdom of Uganda. A kingdom of nearly 1,000 years can only be rivaled by the British monarchy. I'm not making it up. We have a clan system which has defined our way of life for ages and ages and ages. Some of the girls dancing here belong to my clan. Those are my daughters, Bamutima. 2 of them, most, beautiful girls. We practice a culture which knits the clan system into one unit headed by the king and a union where everyone plays a part. Think about that, 1,000 years of such a system. America is a great country, but it only came into being in 1776 when Buganda had existed for many more years. Honorable Sajjali Avena, I'm not making it up. Do the young people understand this narrative? Do they know it? Why don't they know it? When are such stories going to be told the world? Yes, we can talk about the lions, but what about our 1,000-year-old heritage? We were civilized way back before this country was occupied by foreigners from Europe. I'm not making it up. Because the Europeans, when they came here, it's just recent. But Kabaka Chintu had started the dynasty being superintended by Kabaka Mutebi today, before America was formed. When are the Ugandan American young people going to learn about this? That civilization created the hereditary system, which, interestingly, is run by non-royals. Because you cannot be a royal and become Prime Minister of the Kingdom of Buganda. It's like they agreed 1,000 years ago. If you are royal, that's enough for you. Clan heads are hereditary. A clan head can't be a prime minister as well. It's enough for him being a clan head. I came with some of them. I don't know whether they are here, but I think probably they are. Omutaka Nsamba is there, I think. Am I mistaken? Yes. That's the head of the Ngabi clan. I think Ngabi is, in English, is what? Back bush? What do they call it? An antelope? Incidentally, my mother is of the Ngabi clan. So, every Narubega, every Nabukenya is my mother. Even Namato. So this is a system which brought diverse people together into a union in which everyone played a part. I want the young people to understand our story. The young people here in the US should understand our story. I want the young people here to know that our fathers were inventors. Iron smelting. It might look rudimentary today, but it was a huge technological innovation 800 years ago. Yeah, true. Making cloth from the bark of a tree. The innovation came about, by the ingenuity of the Ngonge clan. I don't know whether we've got members of Ngonge here. You see? They made us dress up. When the first Europeans came to Africa, they were surprised when they came to the kingdom of Buganda. Nobody moved around naked. Properly covered back cloth invented by Ngonge clan. During the reign of Kabaka Chimera, around 2095 AD. I'm not making it up. History. The young people must know these things. Pottery was an invention. We had architecture. If you are in doubt, next time you are home, visit Kasubi tombs. Then you'll understand that our forefathers understood what architecture means. Our forefathers were brave fighters. They conquered territory. They carried out economic activities. They had contact with the outside world. Who will tell these stories? I want to know, who's going to tell these stories? We are proud of our fauna and flora. We are proud of our mild climate. Probably the best climate in the world. We are proud of our big cats in the wilderness and the gorillas and the elephants. Yes, we are proud of them. We are proud of our lakes and rivers and mountains. We are proud of our history and heritage, and we should understand it. So the new narrative, the true authentic narrative, must be crafted by the young people. And I'm very happy that some of them are here trying to learn things about our heritage. So young people, hear this. You can never speak the truth unless you know it, obviously. And we only know the truth when we learn about it. So I urge you to take a keen interest in learning the true histories of our heritage. That's the only way you'll be able to tell our story for the world. You are living in a time when the only people who are going to conquer it will be those who are knowledgeable. So take advantage of the resources before you. There are resources in the world today that can easily equip you with knowledge, and I know that young people are adept at exploiting those resources. So I would like you to learn as much as you can about your kingdom, about your country, and about the African continent. Realize the opportunities. Opportunities. I tell young people back home that opportunity is like the air we breathe. All of us that are breathing every minute. The air we breathe does not talk. It does not smell. If it smells, there is some problem. Because you can breathe air that smells. That could be a problem. But under normal circumstances, it doesn't talk, it doesn't scream, it doesn't smell. But you must be able to develop the senses that make you realize opportunity. Smell the coffee. Smell the opportunity. See the opportunity. Hear the opportunity. Feel the opportunity. Taste the opportunity. So I would like to conclude by thanking the parents who have brought you and encouraged you to come and do the things that you've done. I thank the parents very much. And I hope you do realize that being here is an opportunity. I can see Mchala Rona laughing with her daughter, I think. Yes. It's a big opportunity because here, there is a side of your heritage you may never have thought about that you can learn about. Appreciated the dances. I'm sure you put in a lot to get what we saw here this evening. Thank you very, very much. Sanyuse nnyo banaye okubalaba. Era nsanyuse nnyo okulaba nti emirimu gye nsoose okukola olulinnye ku ttaka lya Amerika gibadde gikwata ku bavubuka. Ewaffe eri bagamba nno ndi Katikkiro omuvubuka. Naye balimba kuba ndina jjajja nyina n'omuzzukulu. Naye obuweereza bwange eri Ssaabasajja nabukolera nnyo mu bavubuka bamukijjukira namala ebbanga nze minisita w'abavubuka. Abavubuka omugigi ng'abaana mabujje, omugigi ogw'abavubuka, omugigi ogw'abasajja kudde oba abakazi wadde n'omugigi ogw'abakadde. Naye mu migigi egyo gyonna omugigi ogusinga obukulu gw'abavubuka. Kubanga mu mugigi ogwo omuntu mwakolera ebintu byonna ebimufuula ow'omugaso oluvannyuma ng'akuze. Kati mu abazadde abaleese abaana wano muli bagezi bazibu. Kubanga abaana abato tebakulaga nakulaga nti balina bye baba bayize naye ebimu kimu baba bakiyingira. Njagala kuwa, this is a brief history of the kingdom of Buganda. Njagala ombuulire omwana agwemba nkawa. Kuba n'abaana bobadde oyanjula nkawaani.
Ngenda kulonda Sabrina Nangonzi kuba anyambyeko nnyo mu kutegeka teekateeka banne. Sabrina Nangonzi.
This little booklet, it's a brief history of the kingdom which you can read in 10 minutes. But then it gives you an insight about some of the things I've been talking about are in this little booklet. So thank you very much. Kano ngenda kawa Namisango kubanga akoze bulungi nnyo bwakalabalaba ate yakolako ne Muketu Telecom. Simanyi oba Oweekitiibwa Kajubi yakuzaala. Oweekitiibwa Kajubi yakuzaala anti nkata yitaatawo. Kano ka Namisango naye ajja kubaamu byayigamu. Mwebale nnyo.
Diaspora Connect UG. You're watching Diaspora Connect UG. The views expressed on this program or commentary are solely of the individuals providing them and do not represent or reflect the official policy or position of this YouTube channel or its management. You've been watching Diaspora Connect UG, bringing you closer to home.
Wena atuddewo oli ogamba otya munange nkwaniriza era nyongera okubuuzaako gye baleko gy'otusaako engalo olunaku lwa leero kino ndeese kirango ate ekirango kiwulirize nnyo nyinidde akiwulirize bulungi kozi bw'omisingamu akantu kati nnyo bwe kati ojja kwevuma weka nkuleetedde ekirango mukwano gwange bwe wenna eyandyagadde okutambulako ogendako Canada. I'm talking about Canada. Yes, omukisa guno nate bakuleetedde conference ey'omwaka 2023. A conference eno bagituumye the 2023 Annual Cultural Equity and Diversity Conference. Ya mwaka 2023 egenda kubeera wa Canada. Ngenaku z'omwezi meka 15, 16, 17 September. No, Rachel, what do you have to do? To register. Register. Ng'obudde bukyali. Registration nyangu nnyo. Canadian dollars ebikumi 405. Canadian dollars. US dollars 365. Nocho muganda wange gonna wonna woli bwagala kubeera a part of this conference. Mukwano gwange duka misinde genda ku kibanja bakiyise www.ucarofficial.com genda registering mukwano gwange ofune visa yo ate munawo gende wetabe mu lukungaana olugendo okubeera wali eri Canada ngenda kuza mwezi 15, 16 paka 17 omulamwa community mobilization and capacity building. Yes, community mobilization and capacity building wali Canada. Registering kati. In case you need more clarification about the Canadian conference, ladies and gentlemen, feel free to hit me up in my inbox on WhatsApp and on my email flaviakubula@gmail.com, anywhere on Facebook Diaspora Connect UG, anywhere mu inbox nakubanga kuda mukwano gwange conference eno ya mwaka guno. No Rachel teka ebintu byo ebitambuliso byo wese mudene ate munange tugenda wa Canada. Mwaka guno tulaga wa Canada. Sagala sawulidde sategedde mbagala nnyo mwera.
It's Diaspora Connect UG.